whereas November is like she could also tail, though Cherry's probably better at
I
this
my
because she
my
can
logic is
listen
this
in.
seems more like a social stealth situation, and if something goes
Yeah,
untoward and Cherry is caught, she's going to be able to get out of there a lot better than November is.
yeah.
Which that's
Well, well,
I mean, in a certain
depends on
Well,
how
sense,
you mean
she'd be
by
able
better.
to. I think she'd be able to talk her way out of it better, or seem
Yeah,
more inconspicuous.
yeah.
That's my logic there. Whereas November, I kind of
Uh,
want keeping an eye on Nico.
yeah. Cherry, bows and is like, "Well, I better hurry then to try before he's completely out of earshot."
Uh, Ava, I don't want to sound like I'm bossing you around, but when you can, mightn't you take Nico and November to your former abode?
oh, yes, of course. First,
I'll
though, I
pro-
I'll
believe
try.
I
Yeah.
must address the people.
I'll try and join you there later. I got some. I'm gonna just have a little stroll.
Oh,
Cherry,
very well.
bows at, Ava in particular and says, "Do take your time. As soon as I'm free, I will come to rejoin you.
That's
I'm
good to
sure
know.
it would be nice to have a hand to hold while going through your old home."
Yes, very much.
All right, so Cherry is going to hurry off,
All
before
right.
she loses the trail of Jean.
All right. So who shall we? I guess we'll do Lydian first, since you have your role.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do a couple of things. It's not just doing the
Yeah,
roll,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try and scout out. I don't know if I have to do a roll for this because I was stupid and didn't ask ahead of time. Try and find wherever the local like conclave or gathering of yeah of the changing hand is.
All right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll be right back.
No, you don't have to roll for that. I would say like it takes you a little bit longer than it would in another city because people are kind of keeping themselves further on the down low
yeah.
in this city. But you do eventually like see sort of like a telltale sign that the changing hand is around here. And you see, yeah, in fact, I would say you come across someone you recognize from the changing hand who
Yeah,
was in Emberwell and now he's here.
yeah. When Lydian sees him, he just kind of does a slight little display of like pulling a coin out, flicking it from one hand to the other, and catching between like yeah thumb and forefinger.
Yeah, he sees that, nods, and motions for you to come over.
And yeah, Lydian follows.
Uh, yeah, leading you into a sort of, just sort of like meeting area where just sort of like a one just like a place where people can just rent out rooms or whatever. Uh, this going in for just sort of like what's supposed to be just like a group meet. What like is ostensibly just sort of a group. He takes you through a group meet that's supposed to be for something innocuous, like just sort of like dealing with the
a
end times and
divorce
all that.
support group.
One of those things. And then he takes you through, and then there's another door in that room where he takes you through, and there are some people, and there are some other members of the Changing Hand there. And he says, "Miss," and he says, "Lydian, welcome to Yuma. As you can see, we have a few people here, and we're not sure of what to do."
Well, I just arrived and I came to try and figure that one out myself, but I feel I've got a good in with the city already. We rescued one of the Star Seers down south and brought her back up here. So, me and my party are currently waiting in the abode of one Jean,
Hmm.
aspiring politician. And one to watch, I find. Now,
What if it turns out he's actually a member of your order?
that'd be fucked up. That'd be fucking
Sleeper
crazy.
cell.
I see that we're not wearing our pins about in this town. Any idea who has it out for us?
General unrest. It seems that some people believe that false idols will show up. One of them being, well, people who deal in coin.
Everyone deals in coin, and then you get a little help from the above, and suddenly it's a problem. So, are there any promising leads about town? I want to know what we're looking at. I want to know lay of the land, and I want to know what we're planning to do. If there are any plans.
Some of us are planning to leave Yuma to whatever fate it may have. Things may be a little too dangerous here. But
Oh, that won't be terribly fun now, won't it? There's supposed to be some friendly competition amongst us.
Hmm?
I've been tearing up and down the country getting us established, and you guys are going to leave? Can't just leave it all to me.
Yeah, one of them pipes up and just says, "I've got something."
Oh, well, do tell.
Yeah. Well, looks like there all this stuff that's been going with all this stuff that's been going on, uh transport some of the local transport out of the city, well, they've been hiking up prices, something fierce. Basically, people are trapped here whether they want to leave or not,
Opportunistic.
unless they're the wealthiest and they're particularly paranoid, then they pay top coin and they're sent on their way out of Yuma. You might have noticed, you might not have seen many people leaving
Well, I
despite all the calamity.
figured that was either the religious folks holding on or not having any other options, so suppose it's the latter. So,
Yep,
what, you trying to set up your own little organization, get people out more cheaply?
that's what I've got going. But there's also someone over at the major refugee center is looking to, well, hand the keys to that whole endeavor over to something private. Well, with all the resources of government tied up, they've got nothing to do. They've got nothing else to do. They're looking for someone charitable.
Hmm. Shouldering the burden of getting all those people out. That could be a place that we could send them. Could be a place. Look for a place in need of people. Cut a little deal. Set up a little transport network. Move them here to there. Nice big payday in it. I got some business interests, and I got an in with the mayor in Morricone. They're trying to get established. They might need a few hands. Jobs are going. Mines are reopening.
That's right. You
Town's
were
being
responsible for the
rebuilt.
more. You were quite involved in the Morricone incident. You know, you've made a lot of waves up in Emberwell with that move.
Yeah,
A lot of
Lydian.
people had money tied up in not having them be recognized.
Whoopsies.
So we upset some other folk. That when that town comes good, we're gonna be sitting pretty. Let some old money types just feel the burn for now. Besides, does that animosity travel into this room?
Well, I had some investments with some of the mines there. If those
What,
aren't
can't
coming,
handle the free market?
if those are going to be employee run, then or we're not getting them back, then well, that would be a hit. But
Those mines were
maybe there
those
is.
mines were closing down anyway as the winds changed. I just got you to cash out a little sooner.
Hmm. Well, either way, if you visit the refugee office to look for the person who was looking to get some sort of funding going, uh, look for a Mr. Alvin.
Mr. Alvin. Ain't this your quarry? Sounds like something you're after.
I'm setting up I'm setting up my transports,
Oh,
getting people who want to leave out. The people who want to stay, well, they're a market that might be more fit for you.
if I can figure out a way to put him to work. But hey, if you need to move him somewhere, and if you want me to talk to people at Morricone, I can maybe reimburse you for your last mining business a little. New avenues open up all the time.
True enough. As Midas does want coin to flow. It may be for the best.
Now, coin must flow, and this information must as well. From what I learned this morning, some kind of at least one of the two seers in this town thinks that we're on some kind of we're on a crash course with a doomsday prophecy that's gonna wipe Yuma out and bring about a new Yuma. First step was, well, whatever happened before I got here. That quake this morning, that was part 2.
And what's part 3?
That we haven't worked out yet. That I've got the rest of my party investigating. But if we can figure that out, get ahead of it, well, we might have a better idea of where we're going. And on that note, there are some suspicions that it might not actually be the prophecy. It's someone faking it for their own ends. Get everyone worried about a doomsday prophecy and then swap and make them behave all different. If people start behaving according to a prophecy, then it's going to be mighty easy to predict, aren't they?
That Star Reader fellow you have your suspicions on?
I do. I personally think that, well, he wants some major government shakeup and he's going to make it happen. I don't have much proof yet. I could go either way on him, but yeah, it's a suspicion I'm entertaining that, well, he's the one acting like, oh, this prophecy's meaningless. It's happened time and again before, but oh, it's never gotten to step 2. So he acts like he doesn't believe in it all the while. Maybe he's the one pushing it along.
Someone else speaks up and says, maybe a little dangerous proposition, but well, if this is someone who's pushing forward something so drastic for a drastic change in leadership, who's to say we even need to get ahead of them? Maybe we just need to be on their good side. How do we know that their leadership wouldn't be more advantageous to us than the current leadership?
Lydian smiles. I like that thinking. Somehow hadn't considered the
Oh
angle,
yeah.
but
Hello?
hello.
Everyone else took a break?
What?
Or...
Oh no,
No.
we've been having a scene with Lydian.
right.
Evil things are happening. That's a good idea, frankly. Yeah, who's to say if what I'm proposing is happening? We don't need to be Gene's enemy. In fact, if we could help him, who's not to say that, well, we could stand to gain.
I'm not in this scene, but I would just like to point out that, like, unlike some other people, Gene himself is still, like, a religious, he's kind of claimed religiously speaking, and would probably be
We don't have to be upfront with our religious beliefs, though.
No, that's true.
And also,
But I'm just like, this is much more playing with fire. I feel like, in a theocracy.
Yeah. Also, but there's also something else here, which is he is of their religion, but he's also acted quite at odds with some of their
Yeah,
beliefs.
sure. No, that's true, yeah.
He does seem kind of fair weather believer. We need a new Yuma.
This goddamn liberal reform ruining my sun worship church.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be banging nails on the door of the big church any minute now.
I feel like that's other way around.
Actually, it's Nico that's gonna bang but a reform on the church, and it just says stop.
Well,
I kind of want to make that as a meme now, like the painting of Martin Luther, but it's just like a Reddit fedora lord hammering to the church door.
I'll continue my investigation of Gene and report back. Might be worth the rest of you if you're not looking into the refugees or the transport or whatever other hustles you got going on here if you're not planning on upping sticks and leaving. Which, good luck if you do. I've been working my magic up and down this place. Hey, Yuma's one of the only places I haven't actually picked clean yet, so now I'm in town, you gotta fear me as much as anyone else. Oh, on that note,
You haven't actually done that much magic. It's mostly just been business dealing.
that is his magic.
Also, we've been to we've done business in I think 4 cities technically, and one of those is Morricone, which isn't even
Big upcoming settlement. But also, literally, this fucking pilgrimage has just begun. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I'm big on the league table back home.
Yeah. Like he's
like him
set up
being...
a few businesses yes, some of them have been small, but like Lydian also did get like a big casino and literally the transit authority.
Yeah.
No,
the CTA is big.
Yeah. So those are two big notches that he has.
Osprey is a small notch, but Morricone, Marion, and Custer are all big notches. I'm just saying, we haven't, there are still a lot of cities haven't been to Regents, or Seneca, or Terrebonne, or Emberwell, or Larimer.
It's so weird for Lydian to have bluster. I can't believe he'd do that.
Or Tensis.
Anyhow.
Yeah, one of them responds says, "Well, a rising tide should raise all ships."
Well, that it might. I'm pretty sure there's already a few underlings who've sourced jobs around the country. A few acolytes working here and there. And hey, connections, people, connections. You know where my businesses are at. We can make dealings when we're a bit more settled and when it's time to go a bit more public. But for now, we all know how it is, and especially in this town. That's something I've been meaning to ask. When I got in, I saw some graffiti. Does anyone know where that came from? Does anyone know who our enemies are?
Yeah, the people who are against the false idols. They're a particularly rabid group of believers. We've masqueraded amongst them a few times to see what they're raving about. They tend to meet up in one of the older churches.
So they have a predictable place they all gather at once, huh?
So,
we need to kill them.
I need to plant a bomb. So, we got some enemies. Well, stay quiet for now. Ours is not a violent type. Not yet. Nah, he doesn't say not yet. He doesn't say not yet.
Goes Nico, can you make a bomb that will look like a meteor hit?
Well, Yes. But why would I bomb them? No, I could not.
Well, stay careful, everyone. I'm gonna conduct some business, and then I'll leave you to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna.
I should have used the bathroom while you had a scene, because no matter
Sorry.
which way
Yeah.
we go, I have to be there. All right, I need to use the bathroom 1 second.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
just gonna do my
That's
troop and your real
Yeah.
quick. Then.
True, good
Um,
idea.
Yeah. I am going to. You know what? We got it. Let's roll. We're gonna do a big roll today.
All right.
I'm gonna hit up free. I'm
Mhm.
gonna
Alrighty.
I'm gonna hit up Custer Transit Authority, Vertex Casino, and the transportation service. No, contracting service, builders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing big money rolls today.
Yeah.
Let me just see. Okay. All right. Let me just note these down. So, asterisk that Vertex and Custer Transit Authority. Let's see how our boy at home is doing.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
bankrupt.
Big. No, he might be doing okay.
Big.
Big money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna actually say, you know what? You can choose. Since I've been choosing, I think I prefer you to choose whether or not it's coin or the surplus, because renown for Vertex and also influence in Custer would obviously be very advantageous to you, given.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for the money. I'm gonna go. Hmm. My God, it's all influence or renown at this point. So,
Yeah.
from the three I picked. So, I'm gonna be a bit money grubbing. I'm gonna take. So it's
Because you can decide per thing. Like you can decide, oh, I want money from the contracting service and the Vertex, but I want like Custer influence from the Transit Authority, for example.
I'm gonna take influence from the Custer Transit Authority for now, and I'm gonna take money from the Vertex and the contracting service.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna roll.
That's yeah, it's D6
Yeah. So
times 50 and a D6 times 7 times 50 and 70. I mean, do we do two separate rolls or is
I think we
for
do
the
two
two thing?
separate rolls. So
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
D6
I'm gonna do
for
contracting service first. So just write
D6
down
times
contracting
50.
service. Roll 2d6.
Is it just a D6? I forget. When it says on a 10
No, it's
plus,
one d.
you
It's
roll.
1d6. Should we just take the six? That was the
It's
first
just a
one.
D. Yeah, we'll just take the 6.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 6 times 50. So you get
Yeah.
300 coin from that.
And Vertex. Fucking
All right.
big
Wow.
money hustlers today.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that is a total of 720 coin.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
720 coin. Lydian collapses from over encumbrance. Like Lydia just, oh yeah, by the way, like someone go, Lydian, your money has arrived, and it's just a fucking chest plopped
Yeah.
in front of him. Lydian turning back up, like, fucking hell, Lydian, how much what did you do today? I made bank. This is the most money we've ever fucking had.
You built up over 1,000, well over 1,000 for buying the nowhere, but I forget.
Yeah. But that was kind of all gone pretty quick.
Yeah, because you spent it on the nowhere, which
Yeah.
was a huge expense. But yeah. So I'm gonna say your people, one of your people, comes to you, holding a fuck ton of they brought in like chests of coin, and they say oh yeah, back in Marion, turns out Dwight's having So Dwight had his idea was that every sort of every other night in the Vertex, like there's sort of like dinner and a show,
Mm.
and that's really paid off.
Oh boy.
And now they're debating with Dwight on his next idea, which is he wants to spend some of that profit uh giving sort of balconies to the higher the higher up rooms so
Mm.
that people have a good view and all that.
All right. All right. He's doing good.
Yeah.
I like balconies.
And as for the contracting service, yeah, it's going along very well. Morricone is getting built back up. And as for the Custer Transit Authority, you get news that uh well, O'Malley's been arrested.
Sweet. Oh my
Yeah.
god, they caught him.
What? They caught O'Malley.
Hell yeah.
And the trial's they're getting ready for the trial. Because he has a hoard of wealth himself, he's getting a very good defense, but obviously what he did, things are kind of shaky, but he's cooking up he's definitely cooking up some kind of defense.
He's cooking. He's cooking.
And there is their murky reputation because of the papers, but people are really liking the new revamped system, and so you might be able to leverage that sort of that incoming popularity into the into public opinion or something on the trial. Maybe go to some other papers.
Yeah. Maybe call in Ariana as a character witness. Call in the
I
mayor.
was gonna say the headline just the Custer newspaper read Mad Bomber Rat gets Terrebonne lawyer.
Oh shit, oh no. Can you imagine O'Malley getting in jail and deciding to call up, what's his name, the elf?
Oh no, I was gonna say Felina.
I know you're thinking Felina, but
Yeah.
could you just imagine the phone call to her dad's?
Davros.
Yeah, to Davros. Anyway, Lydian just made 720 fucking coin off that roll.
Oh nice.
So
How much of that is going to Cherry?
So from
10% off the Transit Authority, which was oh no, Transit Authority didn't make money. That's right. That was influence. It was just the Vertex and the contracting service that made the money.
Well, the Vertex at least.
We didn't actually have anything written down for the Vertex.
We talked about it though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the
Well,
Vertex was also 10%.
It's on the cart. You can on the cart take what you feel. You'll be keyed into it. I've done enough maths.
So
I'm just gonna say
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. I was gonna say
I'll just take a nice even 66 to have exactly 100 coin.
All right, it's on the cart. I don't.
Yeah.
We'll deal with this in character later because right now the money's just kind of in a superposition. Like, yeah, Lydian was sitting down doing his books, and then people were like, "Oh yeah, your money. Some acolytes have brought your money around," and then just like chest bump is like, "Holy shit, Dwight, you've come through." Yeah, Lydian is genuinely impressed.
Oh, that's
you know what? Yeah, he writes a little letter of congratulations to Dwight and just like, "Hey, I had doubts. I'm sorry I had them. You're coming through."
Nice. And as well, I will say you're asked like there's
His ass?
someone. No, you're asked like, so we're having so because you have some changing hand people working at Transit Authority as well, right? Obviously.
Yeah, a few
But,
people like we have acolytes kind of running around each town, and like
yeah.
Gotta have nepotism.
they get preferential treatment here and there for like some
Right.
positions where we insert them, and they get to work under people who are a little bit higher up the chain in secret to kind of
Right.
like say, hey, here's how this works, here's how this goes.
So they're saying like that one of them had an idea, which
Oh.
was to go to the other, like the second biggest paper in cluster, the one that isn't, didn't have the article that cast all that doubt on you, and try and give them, seeing as their popularity is pretty kind of taking off, you could kind of cash in that influence and say, hey, let's give them like let's have a nice sort of like bluff piece,
Yeah.
and just sort of like wondering like they would want a statement from you on the upcoming O'Malley trial.
Sure.
Like, because he's being on trial. He's being put on trial not just for the murder of Phelan, but for the bombing of the offices.
He's been
the other
tied. They
Transport
put him
people.
on that one. They tied that to him.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not
They're
do
trying,
that.
which he,
We
which
accused
he
him.
didn't do, but Cherry tried to pin it on him, and well,
Yeah.
they're
This-
with
this
in
is an
absence of other
outrage.
suspects. They're trying to they're trying to charge him with that. So you can try and fan that flame, but keep in mind, he's gonna have his
Lydian
defenses.
will do that. Lydian will supply a statement.
All
Can
right.
I roll spout law first? Actually, how much did I know? Did I know about O'Malley's criminal past by that point, or did I just?
Bright told you that he came from he came from out of town with a fuck ton of money, but he had a criminal past. Yeah, he was involved with a few other syndicates before coming to Custer on his own.
All right, let's do something dangerous and potentially self-damaging in the long run. Can I spout law, like having maybe look like before I do this puff piece, I do investigate what I can about O'Malley.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
which might be difficult from here, but hey, we got people around us. Oh,
Yeah.
boom, yeah. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, where did he come into money from? What was he doing before his arrival in Custer? I just get the criminal party, like, story as the public knows it.
From contacts, I will say, like, from the contacts you do have, and from like the places you were able to ask up, you're aware that he was kind of low rung in the syndicate in Marion before he joined up with some fellows who eventually went to Terrebonne, and it's unknown exactly what happened in Terrebonne, but he walked out of Terrebonne a very rich rat.
Okay. So, okay. So I don't know I don't know his explicit like criminal like ongoings in Terrebonne, but that wouldn't be a matter
but
of
you
public
know
record.
he was a thief. He
Yeah.
was a thief.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I guess my response is O'Malley tried to personally take a shot at me, but frankly, I'm more offended for the damage he did to your fair city. He is nothing but a common criminal and a thief who leaves nothing but pain and disaster in his wake. I can only hope
So true.
that with this man in custody, justice can finally be served, and he may never harm another living soul.
This is slander.
I
Nice.
came
They
into
should extradite him back to Marion so he can be put in the gladiator pit. Actually, he'd probably do well and earn his freedom, frankly. I take that back.
All right, roll charisma
Yeah.
on that with a +1 because of your spout. You're going off your spout lore.
Spouting that damn law. Ooh.
And then
Not going the best.
Okay.
Not going the best, but it's getting some.
Next time we check in with the Transit Authority, we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Let me just write
So
it down.
anyway, like like the mob in Terrebonne are like celebrating, right? They're all just drunk.
Oh yeah, no, Arion and Vigor are popping big old bottles.
Fucking even.
They're not
Holy-
allowed to like try and sabotage him or submit, evidence for the prosecution, but they can just hope at least. Oh yeah, see, I don't think I had talked to you about this, but because O'Malley was really scared of Nightshade, right? Like she's one of the few people he was really, really like she could, boss him around. He was meek around her. I have a headcanon. Swede it doesn't necessarily agree, but my headcanon is that because O'Malley was really small, right? I like to think he was at one point a normal-sized person, and she just used her fairy magic to make him small, and that's why he's scared of her. She threatens to do it again.
I like that.
See, like it's a good theory, but I always imagine O'Malley just being this small little rat. We've never seen another rat person here, so we don't actually know what. I imagine like rat
I
people.
swear we have met another rat person or something.
Maybe? I don't recall one, but I can't remember every character.
Either.
Are you sure it wasn't O'Malley in a disguise?
I did make one. I didn't play him though. He was actually kind of Lydian-esque. He was a bit more con fraudstery, but another businessman entrepreneur.
You can't do this to me. I own this town. No.
Chadwick
Not anymore.
Razmataz Cheese was his name.
I guess
Younger brother of Charles Entertainment.
a name O'Malley used occasionally.
On
Relation? We don't know.
Cheddar Cheese.
All right. Okay. So, is there anything else you wanted to do, Lydian?
I think that's enough for now. Yeah,
Okay.
Lydian's he's probably gonna go and try and rejoin
Count his
with
coin.
with Nico and November at some point, probably while they're
After a
investigating.
All right. Then, in that case, we'll do Cherry next.
Yes.
Okay. So, Cherry, you're tailing Jean,
Yes.
right? So, yeah, he's walking through town, sort of, going through, the scared people, assuaging them as he can
Yeah.
when he sees them.
So, okay, and so yeah, there is
Star Reader. Yeah.
actually that's a point. Just like in overhearing, all the scared people and him talking to them. So is like the prophecy very much what's on people's minds? Like, are people like, this is the prophecy, or are they not quite that?
Quite a few people are saying it's a prophecy, and no, there was a sense that most people didn't really believe them at first, but now with the second
Right, but
step,
now people are like, okay,
Starting-
actually, wait, though.
yeah,
The skeptics
and
are getting
he-
turned.
yeah, he's trying to calm them down, saying like this, we're in the tidal desert. The sands shift occasionally. We have though they don't often shift below the foundations we've built in this city. It can happen. It's just very rare. And it's important to remain calm. And that he will continue to, read the stars for a way through this for everyone. But yeah, other than that, he is mostly on his way towards sort of like the north end of the city.
That was mostly businesses, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Where were we actually? Where was his temple?
Right around here.
Okay. And where is the other one? Ava's temple.
Ava's was around over here.
Okay, cool. All right, nice.
But yeah, so let's see. How are you hiding, like, from him? How
What
are you telling him?
while things are more busy, like very much like keeping a crowd between her and him, um, and then trying to keep like a block away, like wait for him to round a corner before herself rounding a corner.
Right. So once he gets into a quieter part of town, like, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, that's when she's mostly like, trying to like keep around a corner from him.
All right. Roll charisma. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're definitely like staying out of his. Like he doesn't really pay attention like enough to notice that you're following
Yeah.
him.
Cool.
Well, eventually he enters, a building by the wall.
Like what kind of building? Like how big? Like is this
It's
a
like
little humble thing, a big
it's a few
industrial thing?
stories high.
Okay. What seems to be, does it seem to be constructed like, does this seem like a residential building or like a warehouse or
No,
like office space?
it's office space. It's office
Okay,
space.
cool. Um, did he have to unlock a door to enter it or was it open when he
It
entered?
was open.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to see, like, putting my ear to the wall. Can I hear inside there or will I have to sneak in?
You'd have to go in, I'd say.
All right.
Like there are other people inside there as well.
Ooh, okay, so, hearing, so I can at least hear that there are other people. So,
Yeah.
does it sound like this is like, am I getting a sense of what people are talking about in general, or is
No, they're
is there
mostly
not really
silent.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Silent. Um, is there anyone in like the where he enters? Actually, first of all, does the door have like a window or anything on it, or is it like a solid door?
It's a solid door.
Do I hear anyone on the other side of it?
On the other side of the door?
Yeah, if I put my ear to it.
No, not really.
Okay, time to sneak in here. See,
Alright.
now's when I need Felina. Brings up another one of my characters. Or Bella would be good at this, actually.
Alright. So you just open the door and walk in, or?
Yeah, if there's no one there. Yeah.
You open the door and walk in. You hear, there are just sort of people mulling about, sitting down. This seems like, people. It's just sort of a waiting area.
Interesting. Is this guy just going to, like, his doctor? He has, like, ED, just needs, like, a prostate exam, was just trying to be tactful about it.
Just think about the stars. Just think about the stars. God, can you imagine being like a palm reader and going to see a proctologist?
Yeah, and someone at like a desk. Well, not that you can see at the desk, but
Yeah.
you can. Someone just goes, "Oh, can I help you, ma'am?"
Oh, maybe. And, walking up to him, her,
Him.
him, okay. Um, and she, sort of wanders up. I was just supposed to be meeting someone.
Oh, who and where? There's a few meetings taking place in the building today.
Uh, um, he's one of the seers here, Gene.
Gene the Star Reader. Oh, he just came in. He
I must have just missed him.
yeah, he went upstairs, top floor.
Thank you. Wow, I love stealth.
It's social stealth. It's like Hitman.
Mm-hmm. Sherry
Yeah.
just goes in. Custodian just starts barging up the stairs. I want to see if I can, like, you know, discern anything about some of the other stuff going on, like, you know, other, or if this, like, just seems to be a generic office building meeting space thing with a bunch of, you know, meeting rooms for rent, or if this is like a specific business or something.
Okay, discern
Uh,
realities.
Cool. Look at that. Oh god. I have so many fucking questions. Okay, let's see, I have, uh, okay, feel, okay. Um, let's go with what here is useful or valuable to me.
Um, let's see. The person you're talking to, has like he's sort of fiddling with something in his drawers. It's a ring with a bunch of keys on it.
I see. Interesting. Well, that probably answers how could I gain access to what is secret here, so I won't bother with that one. Um, let's see. I have what is not what it appears to be. I have how could I? Hmm. How about let's go with not what it appears to be.
Hmm. Uh, just hearing the people talking about like just hearing sort of the different uh conversations that you can hear beyond some doors. This is definitely not like a place where government or religious business is happening.
Okay, interesting. Um, like, does it sound like business?
Yeah, sort of.
Interesting. Ooh, and here we go. Where could I best hide around here
Hmm.
as I
Well,
approach, you know, as I get to his floor, obviously.
as you get to his floor, yeah. Hmm. There is a well, probably the bathroom.
Ooh, interesting. That's a good idea. Is it like single person or like, you know,
Single person.
multi-staw gendered?
It's single person.
Okay, cool. Um, Actually, I do check the bathroom, see if I can listen into whatever room he's in from there, you
All
know,
right.
put a
You're
cup to the wall sort of thing.
okay. Let me think. Could you listen to anything there? So that would be like sort of that's sort of your perception abilities.
Yeah.
Which
That's her sight without sight.
yeah, roll wisdom.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who needs elf ears?
You're eventually able to. Yeah, you can pick out sort of his conversation a bit.
Okay, cool.
You got those
It does
daredevil
occur to me that this is our only party that has been mostly non-human. Cherry's the only human.
ears. Yeah. Well, I still stand by that Nico might just be like a midget.
Yeah, I don't think Nico's a halfling.
Oh, I thought Nico was a halfling.
No, Nico's never been a halfling. I just
What?
Nico.
Oh, that's really good. So, is he just? Yeah, he's just a short human, isn't he?
Yeah, I
That's
just
gotta
thought
be
it was
really
just
fucking confusing in a world with halflings.
This is unbelievable.
Nico is Dexter. You know, Dexter was short.
Wait, what is November?
Dexter could be a halfling.
November's an elf.
November's an elf.
Yeah.
Huh.
But we got 2 elves. This is our only 2 elf party.
Two
Have we
elves.
ever had... Felina was half an elf. Did Party 2 have an elf in it?
Had a half.
Wait, you were half elf. Fuck, I'm gonna have to play an elf next time.
Oh yeah, we all get our time in the chamber.
Snake did play an elf just for 1 session.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be them. I'm gonna make the most stereotypical elf.
I had
Well,
another character-
he's
I had
also
another
playing an elf
character I
right now,
might have
but-
played who was an elf. He would have been fun, but his time has passed.
Yeah.
I'm putting back elves' rights. Just any progress elves have made, I'm gonna roll them back.
I don't think they have any like social problems, so you're gonna have to work hard. I don't think like elves are currently
I meant that-
discriminated against.
No, I meant in general. Yeah, exactly.
We've
It's
seen
because-
elf on elf discrimination more than anything else. Because we had, the Nutcuck incident. That was an elf making fun of Vigor for eating elf food. And then also just Felina being a half elf made
No, I'm
some.
just talking in general. Shows like Dungeon Meshi and Fearon has given the elves too much likability and rights. We have to roll back.
I'm mad. I'm like mentally retconning your character as a halfling.
No, you can't do this.
You can't do this again. We need halflings. Taz is our only halfling so far.
Yeah, but Halfling didn't have a cool thing.
What do you mean?
Humans got to have one more gadget than Moves tells me.
Oh, like whatever.
That's, I didn't understand
No, like
what you
who
meant.
cares about the move like racial bonus? Like November would technically be a gnome.
I'd like that, to be honest. That'd be really funny.
That would be good though. These two small creatures running around.
Neo already declared that Larimer is like an elven city.
An elven isolationist
So she had to be-
city.
What if she was
the elf
adopted?
ethno state.
The
Not an
elf
elf
state.
ethno state. It's not the elfno state.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Okay, okay.
I'm just adding that to the list of one of the cities in my tabletop game.
It's
It's
not
an
the
elfno
elfno state. It's not the elfno state. It's not.
It's not the elf
Neo.
state.
Neo,
It's
Neo, how many non-elves lives in that city?
A good amount.
All right, I'm
Why
just
are they
gonna type.
all what? Why are they all lower class?
Why are they all in one neighborhood?
Why is that neighborhood the worst neighborhood? And why?
This
why
is
do
like saying, like in the 1800s, the American South wasn't an ethno state.
Yeah.
It was.
Why was that neighborhood bigger? But but people got driven out of their housing and they bought up the land and built new fancier
There's no
building
elf
gentrifying.
lining.
Neo, why did they gentrify the poor income areas? Why did the elves do this? Putting their fancy magical trees there.
Anyway,
So yeah.
I'm bringing
Cherry,
everything.
Yes.
you hear sort of snippets of the conversation. Like you hear Jean sort of saying, like, "Yeah, I don't know how I didn't. She was gone for so long. I didn't expect her to come back, but now she's back, and we have to make do with what we have." And there's someone else in the room just goes, "We could take care of her, you know." And he just goes, "On my property? That would be very risky. Very risky." Besides,
Imagine Lydian being like, ooh, nice, we can work with Jean and use this, we can install it, and then meets back and Cherry's like, yeah, he was conspiring to kill Ava. I killed Jean.
like, oh, well, shit. There goes a business deal. We didn't even have anything signed yet, but you just see it evaporating.
if you can't take care of her yourself, if you can't get her to under control, then we can't guarantee your position. And Jean just sighs and just says, "Listen, I, we'll just play it by ear for now. She's, she's looking into the prophecy thing, and might cause a bit too much chaos. And I don't know, maybe you'll have to move up, accelerate a bit. But don't you cut me out. All right, I'm your in."
Maybe getting into business with this guy isn't a good idea.
Yeah, think.
And the other voice just goes, "Man, I'll consult with her. If not, we'll be visiting your estate, whether you want us to or not. That's all for now. You can go back and try and get her under control if you can." Of course. You people really are. Never mind. And then you hear the door open and close.
Ooh, nice. Exciting. See, now I have metagame knowledge.
You don't have metagame knowledge, you just have game knowledge.
Well, but that conversation meant more to me with out of character knowledge.
Ah, okay.
I can put some pieces together. Like I have a good idea of who those people are that Cherry does not.
Ah, okay.
Like with roulette.
Meanwhile, I've got metagame knowledge.
The thing is, I think November might actually have some clue there. Possibly. More likely to than Cherry, in any case. Though
Oh,
that
boy.
would depend on. I mean, that's a spout lore roll. But I have to get out of this building first.
Yeah. So how you want to do that? Are you just gonna wait?
So yeah, wait a bit in the bathroom. Well, I go to the bathroom door and sort of listening. I want to wait for Jean because Jean was leaving first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait for him to go by, and I'm going to leave, shortly after him.
Okay.
Because the guy knows I was there to be with him, so it would be suspicious if Jean left and I didn't.
Yeah. True. Smart.
Get out of there.
All right. So
Get
yeah,
out of there.
you leave, and is that it?
Yes, I think I'm gonna go back. I'll tail him from a distance again, just to make sure he's not,